Welcome to the Aging Fiercely podcast. I am so excited you're here. So, what I do know about you is that you are a force for women over 50, women who want to reclaim their health, who want to lose stubborn weight. You've hosted two shows that are centered around healthy cooking.
Yes.
You've helped your husband lose 60 pounds with food and lifestyle changes.
Yes.
You develop recipes.
Yes.
You've got books, ebooks. You
Yes.
you also have a 12-week lifestyle jumpstart program. I mean,
Yes.
you have all the things that every woman over 45 is looking for.
Yes. I hope so. I'm actually developing more. But
Oh my
yes,
gosh.
this is the start for sure. Um, yeah, I started to realize maybe when I was turning 50 and my husband was going through cancer at the time that, we as a group, women over 50, we are totally underserved.
Yeah.
I was like, God, I'm tired all the time. Well, you're over 50. So I'm tired all the time, what do I do? Um, and there came a great realization that there needs to be a dietary change, that most of us women I don't want to say most women are under eating because look around us. We're not eating correctly.
Yes.
We're under eating nutritionally dense foods.
Yes.
And we're opting for something that says low calorie or low fat, and it might come in a cardboard box, and the cardboard box probably has more nutrition than what is held inside of it.
Yeah. For
And that's very scary when you're in perimenopause and in menopause because your hormones are dysregulated anyway.
Mhm.
And then you're eating dysregulating, hormonally dysregulating foods.
Right. Yes. Which is, yeah, I feel like there's not enough attention on that. Like the actual foods we're eating, even though we think they might be quote unquote healthy, are actually not.
No, they're not. And it's really time to get back down to basics.
Yes.
When I work with women in particularly, I also work with guys. They don't go through my lifestyle jumpstart, although they could,
Right.
they have this thing because it's for women, right?
Right.
But when I work with women in particularly, I find that there's a huge under eating of protein.
Yes. Oh,
There's
protein.
I mean, huge. A few
Yeah.
weeks ago, I was having lunch with a girlfriend of mine, and she ordered a salad, and I'm looking at the salad, and she said, "What? I'm eating with my girlfriend who's a health coach. I'm having a salad." I said, "Please do me one grace and put some protein on that thing. You're
Right.
not going to be able to survive on 14 lettuce leaves and olive oil." Uh, and and that's really what we've been surviving on. And then we wonder, and I'll give you an example of a client I had a few years ago when I was training for bikini competitions. She was training at my same gym with the same trainer. She was in a group class and I was training privately because of the intensity. She was not training for competition. I was.
Hmm.
And I mean, this woman was a size two, maybe four on, she was tiny. And she said, "I need your help. I have 40% body fat." I said, "That's impossible.
Huh.
You wear a size four, maybe." She said, "Yeah, a two or a four. And I'm telling you, I will bring you my DEXA scan. I am 40% body fat."
Wow.
Talk about the definition of skinny fat.
Right. Yeah. Oh my
She
gosh.
brought me her DEXA scan and she was 40% body fat. And I looked at her and I said, "How is this even possible? What are you eating?" Well, it came down to, she's a business owner. She owned a tanning salon, so she did all the spray tans for us girls that were doing competition. So she was busy. She had a daughter. Her daughter worked with her. She was divorced. She worked all the time. She was trying to date. She had her house payment. Then of course she had to replace the washer, and she was getting a new couch. All the stuff that's
Right,
going on in life all the time, right?
right.
So come to find out that what she's really eating is carrots and celery during the day. Then she's trying to date, so she's having a decent meal at night. And but if she's not on a date, then she's doing a salad and then drinking white wine all night.
Hmm.
Zero nutrition,
Yeah,
under eating, body in starvation mode.
yeah.
So, put her on protein 3 times a day. She said, I can't believe that how much I have to eat. It's really, it's just too much. It's just too much. Because that transition of, okay, I want you to
Right.
have a steak at lunch.
Right. All of a sudden,
Yeah, all of a
that's a
sudden,
lot of food.
yeah, it is interpreted as a lot of food.
Yeah.
And she started to lose fat and gain lean body mass because she was lifting. She was lifting a lot.
Well, good for
She
her.
wasn't feeding her body properly.
Yeah.
Uh, it wasn't that she wasn't and this is, the perfect example. It's not that she was morbidly obese. She was
Right.
not a woman that was wearing a big pant size.
Hmm.
She was trying her best. She was doing all the right things.
Hmm.
She was always on a diet. She was exercising like crazy.
Right.
She was exercising probably with one of the best trainers in Reno. She was not fooling around. She was doing all the right things,
Right.
and she wasn't achieving her goals.
Wow.
She just needed guidance.
Yeah, she needed to rethink her food and, start
Right.
eating the
And that's
right.
what, you and I are here for in this world is to is to give women that guidance because we've been there.
Oh yeah. Oh God, yeah.
We've been there. I've been there. I remember going
Right.
through a catalog. I was going through a catalog, I was taking a rest from work and I'm going through this paper catalog. I'm going, cute, cute, cute. No, too short for me. Cute, cute. And then I went, what? What? What did I just say to myself? Too short for me. Oh no.
Oh,
I
because you felt
the
like,
skirt, I felt like I was too old. I
right.
wasn't fit enough to wear a little skirt that was in this catalog. And I thought, okay, that stinks.
Yeah.
I got to change this. And that's really where it began, I mean, for myself personally. And it just, a friend of mine said, you should write a cookbook. I said, okay. So I wrote a cookbook. I said, oh,
There you go. Check. All right.
yeah, okay. Now, how do I promote the cookbook? Okay.
That's good.
Then somebody came to me and said, the real way you can promote your cookbook is to start a television show. I thought, start a television show. How does one do that? Right? But I started a television show
You started
locally, and
that television show on your own.
yes,
That's amazing. I wouldn't even
yes.
know where
My
to.
husband and I were the executive producers of it. Yes,
Amazing.
it's really unusual to own your own as a small business. I had to find all of my own sponsors, buy the time on the local television station,
Wow.
negotiate the contracts, set
That's a
up,
huge undertaking. Wow.
yes,
Kudos to
set up the
you.
set, yeah, write all the recipes, develop all the recipes, write all the recipes, cook all the recipes,
Right.
get all the lighting, get the camera guys. Yeah, I was very lucky that I had a couple of camera guys that were really helpful to me.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. And you do have the culinary background. You grew
oh
up, your
yes,
family owned
totally.
restaurants.
Yes,
Yeah.
totally. So
Yeah.
I'm very blessed that way because I love food and I love to eat.
Right. Love to eat
And
yummy.
there is a way to eat healthfully, and it doesn't have to taste like cardboard. It doesn't have to be chicken and broccoli every
Right.
single
I know.
day.
I feel like that's such an old cliched thought. Like to eat healthy means you have to eat bland, tasteless food. Like I feel like I hope we've come beyond that at this point. Like eating healthy
I
does not mean that you have
I
to eat. Ugh.
hope so. I hope
Oops.
so. But um, I still do come up against it. Um, and herbs and spices do a
Yeah.
lot of work right
Yeah.
there. I mean, even if you were going to eat chicken and broccoli every single day of your life, you could change
Not the
it,
worst.
every single day of your life,
Yeah.
just through herbs and spices.
Hmm.
But that's not necessary. That's the bottom line. There
Right.
are, um, I have cake recipes, cookie recipes. I have a cake recipe that has 340 calories per slice, and that is 14 grams of protein. It doesn't have any sugar in it. Um,
Wow.
it's called chocolate decadence cake. It's my
Oh.
favorite because I'm a chocoholic. Went to
Oh, me
Chocoholics
too. Me too.
Anonymous. Didn't work.
I'm with you right there.
So yeah, and I think that this can really be the best part of your life, right? Um,
Yeah, I agree. I think we need to
children are
reframe.
grown, right? Children
Mhm.
are grown
Ish.
ish. Yes, you know who you are.
Yes. Getting
At
there.
least you are a lot closer to knowing who you are than you were 25 years ago.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's that thing of today I'm not afraid to wear red lipstick. I don't care what anybody thinks. Today I'm not afraid to wear black eyeliner. I don't care what anybody thinks. If I want to wear a short skirt, I'm going to wear it. I don't care what anybody thinks. Because you're in that place of you've grown yourself enough where there's some sort of depth of confidence. And you're also coming into the part of yourself where you can say, okay, Nina, you need to work on X.
Hmm. Yeah, you know
And
yourself better.
right. You know yourself better. And I also teach those, techniques. I teach mindset. It's the very first module
Yes.
of of the program.
Yes, I wanted to talk about your 12-week program because you start off with the power of the five.
Yes, Power of Five morning mindset.
Yes. What is that? Because I am big on first you have to deal with your mind and you have to wrap your brain around change. And that goes really deep. And that's like, for me, I feel like that's the majority of the work. So I love
I
that you,
agree with you wholeheartedly. And I'm going to tell you a story and one of the things that helped me develop this. When I was training for bikini, I was having problems with one of my knees, and even the second competition, I had already ripped my meniscus.
ugh,
So there was a real issue there. I mean, there were certain exercises that I couldn't do. Like I was not going to run on a treadmill,
right.
and that was the thing for fat loss. That wasn't going to happen. I couldn't do
Mhm.
it physically. And I think that women go through this. They think they can't achieve something because they can't do one specific thing.
Right. They feel limited.
They feel limited. And I was definitely physically limited. The limitation was real.
Hmm.
But okay, so what's the solution? That's the question we forget to ask. What's the solution?
Right.
Well, my solution was I was going to take boxing lessons.
Nice.
There was a boxing trainer at my gym, and I was going to take boxing lessons.
That's
And
intense.
oh my God, forget about running on the treadmill. You're going to run nowhere, literally and
Yeah.
figuratively. Uh, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
thought I was
wow.
going to die.
Yeah.
250 punches, those were the rounds. Okay. Now I
Oh
took
my
off
God.
that like that solution. But one of the times that I went in there, I was going in on a Saturday after 5 days of intense weightlifting. So I was tired. And that was another thing. The tiredness, the exhaustion was real. It was not like, oh, I feel like sitting on the couch and eating bonbons today. I was tired.
Yeah. Yeah. Your
But
body's just shot.
yeah, I was dragging myself out of bed. And he looked at me and he said, Nina, get on the rowing machine and warm your body up. And I said,
Hey, he's got no time for that.
I said, I'm sorry, what? He said, Nina, get your mind right. And I went, what?
Yeah.
Okay. And I thought, get my mind right. That's what I was missing.
It's like, boom, light bulb.
Okay. I had the appointment. It's like I wasn't going to miss the appointment. So I wasn't doing it out of discipline. Like when I go to the gym now, I'm alone. So that go out of discipline.
Hmm.
I had the appointment. I was paying people. So I was going.
Right.
But what I was missing was the mindset to get me through,
Yeah.
to that little edge, right? To get me through.
Hmm.
So that's what really began to make me think, I got to, for myself, I've got to figure out some system. I love setting up systems so life can work better.
Yeah.
So I set up this mindset system, 5 affirmations, I ams. I am healthy. I am abundant, whatever your I ams are.
Hmm.
I'm a beautiful person. I am loving. I am deep love. Whatever, and that gives you the opportunity to search within yourself and find out who you are, not who, Nina thinks you are or Jane thinks you are,
Hmm.
who you are truly.
Yeah. I like that. I like the I am statements. I also feel like you also know when you're saying the right one because all of a sudden you kind of feel it
In
internally.
your heart, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like you can say a lot, and if you're not feeling it, if you feel like it's a stretch and you're not really believing it, then I don't believe that's the one that you start off with. I think you'd probably go through a few and find out, okay, oh, I really felt that one. That
Right.
that one speaks to me, and that's the one you hold on to.
Right. And sometimes with me, they're the same for a week or so or a couple weeks, and then things
Yeah.
change.
Right. Of course, it's okay to change those too, right?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
there's,
You shouldn't be, you should be striving to not write down the same thing, but it's okay if you do.
yeah.
Like I was just saying to you, every day on my gratefuls, I'm grateful for my apartment. I'm grateful for my mom every day, for my besties, and for my apartment. Um,
Hmm.
and because you see my background, that's down
Yes.
the street from me.
Amazing.
So I'm very grateful that I'm able to experience that kind of beauty in nature where it can really ground me personally. So then for the power of five, we do 5 intentions. That's not the
Ooh.
same as a to do, because you also have 5 to dos
Okay.
in the power of five. So you can, to dos are mundane. I need to go to the dry cleaner today
Right.
because it's Friday and they're closed tomorrow. That's a to do. You top 5 to dos.
Okay.
Okay. I need to be here for this podcast. We have an appointment.
Right.
Top 5. Intentions are more emotional. They're not mundane.
Hmm.
I intend to have flow in my work today. Not I intend to get my work done.
Oh, I like that switch. I like that mental.
Okay, so it's working with your mind. I intend to feel happy during my workout, even though it's hard sometimes.
Not a good one. Like that.
Okay? Because
Yeah.
believe me, when I'm pushing a sled and it has, 200 pounds on it, I'm not happy about it. Come
No.
on, let's be real. I want to sit on the couch, drink champagne, and eat bonbons all day. I want to still be smart, sexy, in shape, youthful, but we have to be realistic, right? So I want to feel happy when I'm pushing that sled today. I intend to feel happy. And so you set your intentions for the day. Put the
Hmm.
intention out there that, you're going to be great with your spouse today. You're going to be great with your work today. And you're going to feel your way into it. 5 intentions,
Nice.
5 gratefuls. If I do none of the above, I always do my gratefuls because there is so much science behind the power of feeling grateful for what you have, even if you think you have nothing
Mm-hmm.
today, because you want this that's over there, in the universe. You think you have nothing. You got up today. You got to wake up today. And not everybody had that pleasure.
Right. That's true.
And that in itself, you know what they say, every day above ground is a good one. That in itself is something to be grateful for. So there's always something to be grateful for. And, in my toughest times of my life, I've had to force myself to write down my gratefuls.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where, part of this practice came from, is going through the heart-wrenching stuff and saying, okay, what am I grateful for? Why am I here?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And the gratefuls help you with that. They help you realize how lucky you are to have one another, to be able to have this conversation, uh,
Mm-hmm.
etc.
Yeah. I feel like it's such an underused piece of advice. Like it's so common and it's so, you've been told a million times to be grateful. And I just feel that people are just kind of like, yeah, I know. I know that'll make me feel better, but I'm really busy right now. Or,
Right,
like that
exactly.
you're
I got
creating.
to take my kids to school.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you can even be grateful for that. Like,
right,
like I am
right.
100% grateful that I get to like walk my kids to school. So, it's finding those moments and you're helping them create the space in their morning
Yeah,
to work on that gratitude
themselves.
muscle.
Yes, and it's the forced taking time for yourself,
Mm,
because I'm going to ask you every week after you do a module, we get together, and I'm going to ask you, and you have to email it to me or text it to me.
right.
So that's
Yeah.
90% of my texts.
It's good because that's how they stay that's how you keep women
Right. And it
accountable
keeps
to,
keeps a woman, because men have no t problem taking time for themselves.
right.
See you later, babe. I'm going golfing.
Right. Yes,
What?
that's exactly what like went in my head.
What?
I was like, golf all the time. That's what they do.
Um, right. Or, they go running or whatever it is that they do to just take time for them,
Hmm.
right? But women have a lot more trouble doing that.
Yeah.
Like one of my clients right now, he said, I can't see you this week. Why? Why can't you see me this week? He said, because I'm going to my hunting cabin. Oh, you're going hunting? He said, no,
Ah,
I'm going to my hunting cabin. He just wants
just
to go be alone. Well,
that's
guess
perfect.
what? Good for you, dude.
Yeah.
That's great. Women, we don't do that. Like you've got your kids, you've got your this, your that. We don't do that. And this
Yeah.
is a forced moment just for you. So after you do your 5 gratefuls, you get bonus points if you can do 5 minutes of nonfiction reading.
Okay.
And, I suggest the Headway app because you can get little, you know, bite-sized pieces of information. It's not like you have to go and read a medical journal, right?
Right. Okay. I
Just
never
something
heard
that
of that.
makes you, just something to make you feel good. That's what I read when I'm on the bike warming up. If I don't cycle to my gym, when I'm on the bike warming up, that's what I'm doing. So I'll have 5 or 10 minutes of I'm just reading something or listening to a podcast even that is making Nina a better Nina.
Hmm.
And then 5 minutes of exercise. 5 minutes. I'm not asking for the world. Do 5 minutes of jumping jacks. Believe me, if you do 5 minutes of jumping
Jumping
jacks every
jacks,
day
you'll
of
be
your life,
exhausted.
yeah, your body is going to change, and you're
Yeah.
going to want to do something else. And in the program, I give a little yoga. I give a link to a little yoga session and a mini aerobic session. But
Okay.
that's when I go to the gym and I lift weights because I think that resistance training is a non-negotiable.
It's a non-negotiable.
It's a non-negotiable
Like
for women.
yeah, that has to be essential.
You're
Like
going to get
there's just
sarcopenia
no,
and bone loss if you don't lift weights. Period. The end. Okay, I said it. Okay. Everybody can hit me now. That's the truth.
you have
Uh, you have to. Did I want to go to the gym yesterday? No, I usually go in the morning. I didn't make it in the morning because I had early appointments and it was 5:30, 6 o'clock before I got there. I was hungry. Was I hungry? Of course I was hungry. Did I do something? Yes. Did I do everything? No.
Yes. I want to talk about like perfectionism, like the fact that we
Yeah,
feel like we need, if we're going to do
forget
it,
about it.
we have to
Not
do
gonna,
it.
it's better to go for 15 minutes than to not go. Do I want you to go for 50 minutes, 50? Yes, I do. But I also realize that, hey, I own a business. I have a life. I mean, it's hard sometimes when you realize, okay, I'm in West Palm Beach, 40 minutes south of here. Then I'm in Stewart, 40 minutes north of here. Then I got to run home. Then I got to do this. And I got my mother for dinner. And I got
Right, right,
all
right.
this stuff going on. And you say, okay, you're putting it on your list, your top five to-dos,
Hmm.
always. Top five to-dos, prioritize you first.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it's three little letters, GYM. That's it.
Or just even do it at home. Like, don't
Yes, you
even
can.
feel,
I'm actually developing a workout, ladies, with water jugs.
oh,
And this
nice.
thing is hard.
I'm sure.
And water jugs, it came from an argument with a friend of mine a guy who said, women aren't going to work out. I know you want to think that women are going to work out, but women are not going to work out.
Uh,
Right?
uh.
Yeah, they are. They're going to work out. They're going to work. They're already working out because they carry the water jugs into the house. And I thought, what? What did I just say?
Uh,
Water jugs weigh 8.8 pounds
okay.
each.
I'm sure you could even get heavier ones or larger
Um,
ones.
well, yeah, if it's a gallon jug, it weighs 8.8
Okay.
pounds. The bigger ones weigh even more.
Yeah. Just
Um, those 3 gallon things, yeah,
all that
exactly.
over his shoulder.
Yeah. So you'd be surprised what you can do.
Yeah.
But you have to lift. Your bones will disintegrate and your muscles will disintegrate. They will.
Yeah. It's hands down one of the best things you can do for your body as you age.
Yes.
And there's such resistance against it that it just doesn't make sense. I understand it's uncomfortable, but the benefits just like out of this world, the
Right.
benefits.
You cannot not do it. It just gives you such empowerment. And I think that that's one thing that we fail to talk about. Yes, is it hard? Yes, it's hard. Listen, when I was training for bikini, it was 16 weeks of grueling. I loved it.
Mm.
I loved it because I started to feel really strong. I always thought I was strong before. And then there became a new meaning of strong.
Then you're like really strong. And
And
every other thing you do,
really strong
it
makes
impacts.
everything else easier. I was on a plane traveling, and the gentleman next to me said, "Oh, let me get your carry-on for you." I said, "That's so kind. I have it." And I really did have it. The thing was 25 pounds, and I had no problem just tucking it right into the overhead bin.
Nice. Right. It's
And
really
that
good.
in itself, small action,
Hmm.
encounter that's 3 minutes long, is so empowering because you're doing the work.
Yeah. It's so true. It's so
Women
true.
think that they're going to get bigger. My weight went up and my pant size got smaller, a full size smaller. That's a lot.
That's a lot, right? And it's, yeah, you're not doing it for weight loss. You're doing it to change your body. That's
You're doing
really,
it for body composition.
yes.
Fat is an endocrine organ. Muscle is an endocrine organ. They do two different things. You want muscle, so it will control your hormones. And I'm not even talking about your hormones, your sexual hormones. I'm
Mhm.
talking about hormones like insulin, so that you resist getting insulin resistance. The
Mm.
more muscle you have, the less chance you have of becoming insulin resistant with age.
And that right there should just be reason enough.
Because that way you won't get type 2 diabetes. Why? All of a sudden, I've got type 2 diabetes. My weight hasn't changed that much. I'm only 52 years old. I hear it. I
Mm.
hear it. Well, I guess, they say eat less and move more. No, eat more, eat the right things, eat
Right,
more of the right things,
right.
and lift heavy things and sculpt your body. If you're afraid to do it alone, I always tell new people that are new to weightlifting, invest in yourself. Hire a trainer for a month.
Hmm.
Instead of buying that expensive perfume next month, hire a trainer
Hmm.
for 2 sessions.
Right. Yeah, it really will help.
Right. Instead of that new pair of shoes next month,
Hmm.
hire a trainer.
True.
Stop going to your local coffee shop. Sorry if it's a real local coffee shop. Stop going to Starbucks and spending $300 a month. Take that $300 a month, put it into your trainer, put it
Yeah,
into your body that way.
it's true. It's true. It doesn't take a lot to just educate yourself on how to properly lift weights.
And I
Well,
just don't, I just don't have that $200. I said, okay, how much do you spend on television?
oh, yeah, good point. Oh, the subscriptions. Those things add
Right?
up.
How much do you spend on television, Nina? I have Netflix. It's $11. If it costs more than a lipstick, forget about it. Not how I
Right.
feed my brain. It's not how I feed my brain. And I might sound really, really disciplined. Hey, I love music. I love movies. But
Yeah,
um, if you have to choose, you are what you do. You are what you
I agree.
do on a regular basis.
I agree. So when you're working with women, and things that I've heard is that they've tried everything and nothing has worked. It's a very common thing I've heard over the years.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
or
that
I'm
there's
doing all the right things and nothing is happening. I can't do this anymore. So it's like,
there is something real called diet fatigue. So what I like to do with clients is reverse dieting periodically so you don't get the diet fatigue because diet fatigue is real.
hmm.
And that's when you start to say, okay, I'm at a plateau. It's not working. I can't keep doing this. It's ridiculous. I can't even eat, birthday cake at my kid's, birthday party. My husband's birthday is next week, all of that.
Hmm.
So if I'm dealing with someone that is diabetic or pre-diabetic, typically I start them on a really low carbohydrate diet because I want it, and it's not because carbohydrates are bad.
Right.
That's not it at all. Go eat a purple sweet potato. I'm really happy for you. Go do it every day if you want. But I want to pull the sugars because obviously they're there, or your work wouldn't read as follows, right?
Hmm.
So spinach, asparagus, bok choy, avocados, tomatoes, lemons,
Right.
limes,
All good
raspberries,
things.
strawberries, all
Yum.
good stuff, right?
Hmm.
Eat a lot of it. But I'm pulling things out like I always recommend to pull grain out of the diet. And I'm pulling even things like sweet potatoes, higher starch carrots, higher starch veggies out of the diet, just to get you at a baseline and
Right.
to reduce your blood sugar. Let's get the blood sugar under control, okay? But if you're doing that, then okay, on Wednesdays, eat a sweet potato every week, every Wednesday. And I've had women call me and say, it's Wednesday.
Get my sweet potato.
Yay. I'm so happy. Can I have carrots too? But then they're thinking, and if you think about the colors of the foods that they're eating, even in the starch, All right, a purple sweet potato or a regular sweet potato and carrots, orange, purple, these deeply rich
Hmm.
these polyphenol rich foods that are filled with vitamin A and vitamin C and vitamin K and, stuff that's going to make them feel good. And
Yeah.
have it with a steak, a
Yeah.
grass-fed
Colorful food is
steak.
so good for you.
Yeah, so get your vitamin B up so your nervous system feels good and
Hmm.
your brain is functioning. So when you start, giving people, it doesn't have to be a flat line, right? There has to be enjoyment. And plus, the way I teach people to cook, you know, I'm never going to say to you, I'm never going to drop fat any lower than 30%. I think that's crazy. I've done it myself. I think it's crazy, especially with women over 50. Oh, your husband will tell me that you're not eating enough fat. What do you mean? What do you mean my husband will tell you? You're a bitch. You don't want to have sex. Your skin looks terrible. I know, they
Right.
know that's what happens. Lots of omega-3 fatty acids, lots of fatty fish, an omega-3 supplement.
Yeah. I mean, fat is just good for your brain. Like your
Oh
brain
my
needs
gosh.
the
Oh
fat.
yeah. Oh yeah, gotta have it. And hormonal regulation.
Hmm.
And you cannot absorb certain nutrients without the addition of a healthy fat. So some
Right.
healthy fats, and then there's more satiation. And it's also got to be realized, and this is a conversation that I have all the time. Somebody's 15 pounds overweight. How long did it take you to put that on? I don't know. I guess it's happened over the last couple of years. Oh, but you want to take it off by
By
September 1st.
Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the way the body works. You're
No.
going to have to trick the body as it is, because the body is going to want to protect you from starving her.
Hmm.
So you're going to have to trick her anyway. And you have to realize that sometimes with women over 50, it happens, depending on how much weight there is to lose, it happens rather quickly. But other times, like for me, if I put on 5 pounds, baby, 5 pounds, people say, oh, you can get rid of that in 5 weeks. No, you can get rid of that in 5 weeks. It takes me 12.
Mm.
And that's just the reality. And you have to talk to yourself and say, look, this is what's going on. This is how it's going to go. We're not going to have too high an expectation. We're going to stay on track. We're going to do, and even take a day off or take a week off. I've had clients where I've taken a week off. I said, okay, you're going from 1,550 calories per day, weeks 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to do a week of 18 to 1,900 calories.
Right. So how are you having people, are you having them like count them, like weigh their food, or
Yes.
how are they counting their
Yes,
calories?
that's my preference. I can't get everybody to do that. I have everybody count protein and I give them a formula and I'll share that with you. I use Chronometer, which was developed partially by Dr. Mercola, to count macro and micronutrients. And the reason that I use that particular app is because it counts micronutrients, including all of the essential fatty acids and the essential amino acids. So I can actually look and see to make sure that I've gotten enough leucine and isoleucine for my muscle building
Oh, interesting.
project. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So for me, it's very important. And there are certain, if I'm looking at a client's chronometer page, and she's telling me, you know, I'm feeling really tired this week. I've had a stressful week. I'm feeling, I'm exhausted. And then I look at what she's been eating, and her vitamin B levels are low or
Hmm.
lower than they should be for what she's going through for her life right now.
Right.
You can see that and you can address it. Okay, so you're going through a very stressful period. You're not eating, you don't want to eat beef. Okay, I think it's crazy, but you don't want to do it. fine. Keep eating your chicken and your fish, but I want you to supplement with a methylated sublingual B complex. Okay. And
Methylated.
nervous,
Where's
yeah,
that?
your nervous system is going to start to feel better.
Okay.
There's a methylation system in your body, and it's a little bit complex, so I don't think we should go into it here. However, I take methylated vitamins because they work better on me.
Okay. Is that just
And
something you can get like at
oh
Whole
yeah,
Foods or
oh,
wherever?
yeah, it's
It'll say methylated on it?
yes, yes, yes,
Okay.
and it works better for me. But I have clients where they are in such high stress jobs where I have them have just a sublingual B12, a
Hmm.
little bottle of sublingual B12 in their purse. So during the day, they're just, instead of taking Advil, right?
Right.
Which
I do.
executive women, it's like they're addicted to Advil. Um, they're taking a methylated or even a non-methylated sublingual vitamin B12. It's like getting a B12 shot. You start to, oh, okay, I feel a little better now.
Right. Yeah, it does kind of. Ooh. Yeah.
Yes, it gives you, and it's one of the supplements that, we tend to be lower in
Yeah.
because, okay, guys don't have this problem. Say, you want a hamburger? Yeah, I want a hamburger. You say that to a girl, they're like, well, shouldn't I have the chicken breast? Maybe I'll have the cod. No, the guy is going, come on, babe. Come on.
Eat the
Just
burger.
just have a hamburger.
Eat
It's
the burger.
fine. Right. And
I
it's,
love a good burger.
yeah, and really red meat, I know nobody wants to hear it. Red meat is super nutritionally dense, super nutritionally dense. And it'll give you enough protein and it'll give you all of your B vitamins. So, it'll make you feel good.
Hmm.
I mean, I was preparing for this podcast last night, and guess what I had for dinner?
Do you have steak?
Yeah, grass-fed, grass-finished Wagyu sirloin. It
Um,
was amazing.
nice.
Amazing.
That sounds delicious. I could use some of that.
Yes, I have a resource for you.
Nice.
Uh, so that's really how I handle the the tired, the diet fatigue, because we're all going to get it.
Yeah. So what about women who are just like so overwhelmed and they have extremely busy lives, right? Like I feel like that is a very natural behavior pattern that we all have, and stress is through the roof. And I always find like people just don't have time to eat lunch, or don't they feel like, oh, I can have a light lunch and then I don't need to eat. But then by 4 o'clock, they're like starving, and it's just like everything goes in the mouth.
Yeah. Well, I have a couple of, I usually say I say the following to clients. I don't care if you eat lunch if. Oh, what's the if? 50 grams of protein at breakfast.
50 grams of protein. Okay, how can you get
And
50 grams
that
of protein?
ain't easy.
Yeah.
So,
How are you going to do
okay.
that?
I mean, my first goal is get you to a certain protein goal, never under 100 grams of protein.
Right.
I like to advise 1 gram of protein per pound of optimum body weight. So if you have to weigh 130 pounds, that's your optimum body weight, then you should be eating 130 grams of protein.
So you say
Even,
kind of like your goal weight, not the weight you're
yes, your
currently at?
goal weight. So even though you may be 150 pounds now, you're going to be eating 130 grams of protein, and you're
Okay.
never going to drop below 100. So that gives you a grace scale, right? So it's not like, oh my God, I'm at 129 grams. What do I do? Right? That's how we get.
Don't freak out.
We got diet fatigue. We're too busy. So
Right.
I don't care if you eat lunch, if you can do 50 grams of protein, because then I know that if you do 50 grams of protein at dinner,
You
you're going to
covered.
make 100 grams. And most women go, okay, I guess I'm going to have to eat lunch. So what do you do?
Yeah. What are your like
You can
go-to
get
protein?
if you eat Ziggy's yogurt, and that's not even the highest Greek yogurt. Ziggy's yogurt has 19 grams of protein in 3/4 of a cup. Okay. There are other brands that have even more protein. Okay,
Hmm.
but let's just use that as an example because that just happens to be in my fridge right now.
Okay.
Um, 1 scoop of my protein powder, and I can give you that link as well, is 33 grams of protein, whey protein.
Hmm.
Now, sometimes that could be a little tough on somebody's tummy. At first, it was tough on my tummy. So I take 2 digestive enzymes with that in the morning. Stir it up a little. I like either vanilla extract or sometimes I do orange extract or lemon extract,
Oh,
liquid
I
stevia.
think of using extracts. That's interesting.
Okay. Yeah. And you have, ta-da,
Huh.
vanilla yogurt, no sweetener. No sugar. It's sweet, it's filled with vanilla. When I'm really feeling luxurious, I'll buy myself vanilla powder, but it's very expensive. So I'm really feeling luxurious when I do that. And then you have those little specks of vanilla going through it. Oh,
Oh,
it's
I
better.
don't know what that is.
Oh
Vanilla
my God.
powder?
It's vanilla powder is the actual powder from the inside of the vanilla bean.
Oh, wow.
Oh
Yum.
my gosh. Okay.
You're saying you
But,
add that just
I'm a gourmet cook, so
yeah.
not everybody's going to do that, but every once in a while, I mean, a jar this big is $28. I'll
Oh,
go and I'll splurge, right? So just doing that, do the math. 33 and 19, okay? It's 52 grams of protein.
yeah, I was like,
Okay? It's not, and you're not eating a lot of food. Is it dense food? Oh, yeah. Your tummy's going to be full. You need that digestive enzyme if you're 50 years old because it's going to go right in your tummy. And
okay.
you may not be hungry at noon. You might not be hungry till 2, depending on what your activity level is, when
Hmm.
you're training, how efficient your body is becoming. There are all kinds of factors. When I'm training hard, after training, I am hungry. I'm hungry. I want to eat. But if I'm not training hard on the other side of the spectrum, then I'm like, okay, let's see. Okay, it's 1:30. I'm not hungry. I better eat.
Hmm.
Now, the way to control the busyness schedule is that whatever day you were off, you need to food prep.
Yeah, you do need to food prep.
You need to food prep. I have a client that's really good at that. Every Sunday, she cooks up all of her lamb chops, all of her beef, all of her burgers. She undercooks them. She cools them. She puts them in freezer bags. Does the same with her veggies. All of her veggies, she'll do zucchini and she's an Italian girl. Zucchini and pancetta, a big bunch of that. Then she'll do, some roasted asparagus. She'll do a big bunch of that. She'll do, a couple little sweet potatoes. She'll cut them up in small cubes. Okay, she
Hmm.
does a little bit of that. She puts it all in freezer bags and then she works from home, but you can do this in an office and then she just pulls.
I like that she like par bakes it. Like she doesn't fully cook
She
the
doesn't fully cook it, so she can still have her hamburger medium rare.
ah, that's a great
And
idea.
she's gotten to the point, of course, it took some tweaking. But she's gotten to the point where she can say for her microwave oven, if she heats the burger for, 3 minutes or whatever it is that she does, that it'll come out exactly to her liking.
Right. That's smart.
And then she adds her veggies, and then, okay, 2 minutes, her
Love
lunch is
it.
done. So,
That's
and
so
she
great.
does this because she's a woman alone. She doesn't want to cook for herself all the time.
Right, right.
You
Yeah,
know,
but
so
even
it's
if you're cooking for a family, you don't want to like, I'm done cooking dinner every single night.
right, exactly. Exactly. So, that is, and it does work. And I did it when I was training for competition because I still had a business, a husband, and I was training an hour and a half a day. You
Hmm.
know, I always cooked dinner. I love cooking dinner. That's my thing.
Yeah.
But for breakfast this morning, I had a protein shake. I had berry powders because I'm cutting right now. I'm really trying to take off a couple pounds. Berry powders, Greek yogurt, protein powder, a quarter cup of lemon juice, liquid
Mm.
stevia, ice.
Nice.
It's done. 50 grams of protein. So
That's
if
great.
I mess up on lunch, I'm okay.
Right. Because you know dinner time you're going to get more protein in.
Right. If I did, yeah, if I end up having a protein bar for 20 grams of protein for lunch, which I know I have in my purse, or eating beef jerky, that's another thing we need to talk about, purse food. Then I know purse food's great.
I love that. I never heard that phrase. First
Guys
food.
look at me and say, my guy clients say, but Nina, I don't carry a purse.
It's in
No,
handbag.
no. For you, it's car food. It's glove compartment food. Just doesn't
Right, there
sound
you
as good.
go.
Um, so, if I know I'm eating out of my purse, if I know if I'm eating purse food, then,
That's great.
I'm still going to make it.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Every single client has to count protein. If you're not doing it on an app,
Yeah.
so if you're doing it inaccurately, then I say I utilize an average of 8 grams of protein per ounce of animal protein. We do not count vegetarian proteins. We count animal protein. We do animal protein. So you
Animal
have to weigh
protein.
your food until you get, I can look at a piece of meat and say, okay, 4.5, 5 ounces. I'm almost always correct.
Okay.
I've been doing it for a really long
Yeah.
time. I'm a chef. I had to control food costs for a show,
Right.
so I know what a pound of meat looks like. Um, but $10 on Amazon, I can give you the link for a really accurate food scale. So you're weighing your meat, you say, okay, it's a 4 ounce burger, 93.7, 93 lean, 7 fat. Okay, that's 8 times 4, 32 grams of protein, approximately.
Like,
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, approximately.
Okay.
Do the same thing with lean steak, a sirloin. Oh, 6 ounce sirloin, 6 times 8, 48 grams. Okay. Do the same thing with fish. 6 ounces of salmon, 6 times, and that's how
Right.
you that's
Yeah,
how
you
you
get used to it.
guesstimate it. At least you become then aware. And if you're doing that 3 times a day, I know you're making at least your 100-gram minimum.
Yeah. Right. So bare minimum, you want to reach at least 100
Right.
grams of protein to help your body build and repair. And
Correct.
right, we need that, especially in
And
middle age. So what kind of wrapping things up, because this is a lot of
information.
information. Like you just got to process all of this and just let it digest. What is your like one piece of advice that you would give women who are looking to age fiercely?
Eat protein and fat.
Eat protein and fat. I like that.
Eat protein and fat. And I don't mean I want you to, head down to McDonald's and, buy
Right, no,
yourself four
not
pounds of French fries. Take, eat omega-3 fatty acids. So, eat salmon, take a supplement, and count your protein.
count your protein.
Count your protein.
Yeah, I think that is completely
Yeah.
necessary,
It,
essential. You can't
it's
avoid
gonna,
lift weights, eat your protein, eat your fat.
it's just gonna make you feel better.
Yeah, 100%. Thank
And
you.
I've seen it work on women that are 87 years old.
Nice. I love that. See, you're never too old. You are never too old. Start today. It's the best time to start.
That's
And
right.
yeah. So where can people find you?
You can find me on just about every single social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. You can find me on my website, ninacucina.com. Um,
I love
I'm,
that, Nina Cucina.
yeah, I'm kind of everywhere. So that's where you
Awesome.
can.
I will make sure to put all your links in the show notes. And if you have any resources that you want to share, definitely give me those and I can put those in the show notes as well.
I will. I'll send you and I don't even have reciprocal, I don't have relationships with these people,
Okay.
but my beef resource, my chicken res soy-free, corn-free chicken. It's,
Ooh,
oh my gosh, there's such a flavor profile difference.
yeah, I'm
It's
sure.
lighter.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'll share all of that with you.
Yeah, please, please do. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Nina. This has like just been so much information. Like
Oh, thank you for having me. I've loved
it
this.
was so wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy all the information. The fact that you're like a gourmet chef, I never even thought about using like vanilla extract to like flavor things on their own. Like, yeah, like really a lot of good tips using herbs and spices to spice things up. So thank you so much. I really
Oh, it's
appreciate
been my
all
great
your
pleasure.
intel.
Oh, thank you.